Hey and welcome to Neverwinter with Aragon. So part 3 of the Battle Pass Precipice of War has begun. Unexpected allies. You can now make progress on it, doing your heroic encounters, your random dungeon queues, and your random skirmisher trial queues. The heroic encounters, again, you'll have to be doing the major ones in Mensa like you've had to do before with the previous part. Each day you will gain a pip, and you'll be able to use that pip by doing the activity to gain the XP. You need a total of 4,000 XP, so with the pip system, as before, you will be able to save up 3 days of progress and then make it all on that one day and then not again for another 3 days. Pretty nice and lenient, but then also you do have plenty of time and you should be able to get 4,000 points within just over 12 days. Now this part comes with its own unique rewards. If you do not have the premium pass, like I do not, then you will only be able to get the top rewards. And that includes a coalescent mote. That is very nice. Just a free mote of getting to 3,000 points. Should not be too much trouble at all. You can also just very simply do every day your skirmish queue. It's going to take you about 5 minutes and you should be able to rack up enough progress to at least get the coal mote. If you manage to do it every day, you'll even get the 5 greater shards. Coalescent mote's going for over 900,000 astral diamonds on PC. Damn, that's an undercut. But the one you receive here will be account bound, so you'll have to actually use the mote and then sell whatever you upgraded in order to flip a profit that way if you wanted to do so. Or save it for your own use. I'm sure they'll come out with new enchantments, new combat enchantments down the road. Always best to hoard. But you are getting some keys with that, some rerolls, and again, yeah, those shards. If you do go get the premium track, which you might want to do so, but if you are thinking of doing so, wait until the Jubilee comes around. You'll be able to make all the progress you want on the battle pass, but when the Jubilee is out on June the 15th, not too far away, just 8 days, you'll be getting most likely a discount of 30% off, where you'll be able to buy that premium pass for much cheaper. Now the reasons to buy the pass is again for these rewards. However, you will also be able to get all the previous rewards on the previous 2 parts just by buying the premium pass once. As long as, of course, you have the progress on those parts. And if you have the premium pass, you'll be able to make progress on those previous parts, which you should have enough time after the Jubilee if you buy the premium pass then. But, okay, you're going to get some companion upgrade tokens here. You're going to get a legendary choice pack, which has got some very useful options. We'll cover that in just a sec. You'll get 5 scrolls and you get a mythic bag of holding. If you do want to check the rewards of the previous parts, if you were to buy the premium pass, that's like 2 astral lockboxes, a vanity choice pack there, more keys, a coal mote, and then the first part also has a coal mote with some rerolls, a pack with some legendary account wide companions there. None too great, but they'll help with bolster, and the pseudo dragon's pretty good for single target, and the mystic aug's pretty good for AoE, and then just some extra shards there. But ultimately, if you have the pass, what should you choose from this choice pack? As it's got quite a few options to choose from. You've got your Armored Bullet, Dragonbone Golem, Commander T-Rex, Icosahedron, Stone, Dragon Hunter, Minsc, and the legendary insignia choice pack if you don't want any of those other options. Very nice they add that there because some people might have all of those already. So I have all of the rewards right here and let's cover them real quick. The first are 3 mounts. The Armored Bullet. It's great for its ferocious roar to reduce the outgoing damage of your target. However, it's not really too relevant or necessary in content at the moment. And his equip bonus, not great. And he's only got 3 insignia slots. So again, you don't really want him. A Dragonbone Golem. Again, you don't really want him. Unless you need rapid accuracy, of course, it can be a bit useful. But for DPS, you kind of just want to go ferocity if you're min-maxing. And the combat power is pretty underwhelming. The magnitude is great and all, but that's over 10 seconds. And for an artifact call, that's not ideal. You're better off with just 3,000 magnitude on the time slot of the best time during the artifact call. Again, he's only got 3 insignia slots, and the third mount is the T-Rex. He's pretty good. He's very useful for, again, his combat power, where you can increase your allies' damage against a whole bunch of targets. It's an AoE effect, and he has like the root ability and the minion consume ability. Even if he just consumes a minion, he's still going to apply the root effect and the damage debuff to your enemies. So he's very useful. AoE fights and boss fights, it's just you generally want to use him on a support, tank or healer. So he's there if you don't already have one of those. Then we have 3 different companions you could choose from. The icosahedron ion stone, which is an augment companion giving these stats, can be pretty useful. Very good for a damage dealer who's still working on upgrading their character, and maybe you don't want to rely on a striker companion because they change all the time. Striker companions, they vary in dealing damage, and yeah, throughout the modules they're always just going to be freaking changing them. One module this one could be great, the next module this one, and you can end up being really costly to try keep on top of which one's good and which one you should be using. So an augment companion just giving stats can be nice and reliable. But for min-max endgame, augments are kind of a waste unless you're going defense augment as a DPS. So I wouldn't recommend the icosahedron ion stone here. Does have the utility power of movement speed if you wanted that though. Then you have the Dragon Hunter, which is very nice. The main thing going for it is the Dragon's Bane. Damage against dragon creatures. On maximum mythic quality, this will be 11.25%, and thus it's pretty good if you're farming dragon hunts and you're a damage dealer. Yeah, it's a very good option, but you might want to go with the Minsc instead. He's a defensive equip power, and he'll give a damage bonus. Now, I have tested him and made a video on it where his damage bonus varies depending on what enemies you're fighting. You can see the different pips, and then the damage, you get the maximum bonus against bosses. And it kind of should be this, but it's kind of broken. It doesn't give anything against 1 and 2 pip enemies. But nonetheless, he's best in slot for all DPS characters in your defensive slot. Since you have a defensive slot, you have to put something there. And you may as well go with him because he's the only companion who's going to give you a damage bonus. Now the good thing here with this pack is that it's going to be account wide. Same with the Dragon Hunter, same with all of them. They're account wide. You'll be able to reclaim them for all your characters. If you want to play multiple characters, which you'll probably end up doing once you hit endgame with at least one character and max that one out, you'll probably end up switching between the roles and then wanting to build up, let's say, a damage dealer or multiple damage dealers, or follow the trend of whichever's best. Like right now, Wizard's real easy to play. Maybe you want to be playing a Wizard too. Next module, it could be a Warlock's really good. Maybe you want to play that. So having account-wide companions can be really valuable. And right now, Minsc being account-wide means you wouldn't have to buy them on all your other characters that you might want to play as damage dealers. And if you check the auction house, he goes for 1.5 million. He's pretty expensive. His account-wide version 6.4 million. Now, he will undoubtedly come back out on the Zen market where you can buy just him, and so you don't actually have to buy the battle pass to get him. And I would recommend waiting if you're a patient person. He'll undoubtedly come back here. He'll cost 1,500 Zen without a discount. Be able to discount that down to nearly just 1,000 Zen, and you could get him that way. So if you just wanted to get the battle pass just for him as account wide, you might be better off waiting. But who knows? I can't tell for sure if they're going to release him again separately on the Zen market. But ultimately, that is the third part of the battle pass and what you should choose. As a damage dealer, I would go with Minsc 100%, and if you're a tank or a healer, I would go with the T-Rex if you don't already have like the King of Spines, the war painted one. The commander won't stack with the others, but it's the same bonus. So special thank you again to all these channel members for their added support, and we'll see you guys around. Goodbye for now.